Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Meeting Halfway. I'm Veronica.
I'm Mark.
And we are here with our very special guest, one of our most important guests, honestly.
Probably the most special guest we've ever had.
Honestly, one of the best guests we could possibly ask for.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a lot to live up to, Jesus.
It's Miranda Parkin.
Hi!
I said Perkins. I meant Parkins.
It's okay. It's just Parkin with one N.
Parkin?
Yeah. You know what? It's fine. I get Perkins. I get Parkins. I get Parkinson's disease. I get that. No, I get a lot of stuff, including Amanda. I get Amanda a lot for some reason. Miranda, potato.
I get Vanessa a lot.
That makes sense.
It's always right after I introduce myself. They go, "Oh, it was nice meeting you, Vanessa." I'm like,
I literally said my name is Veronica 2 seconds ago, right?
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, short-term memory loss.
My best friend's grandmother used to call me Rhonda. And she called me Rhonda till the day she died. Yeah, she called me. I was like, "Oh, hey, Mary, how are you doing?" "Oh, hi, Rhonda."
Did you ever have that thing as a kid where you like really hated your name and you wanted to change it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was sick of like my name being like used for a lot of stuff. I was like such a dumb like child issue. I was sick of like if the teacher would be like, "Oh, I marked your test," and people would be like, "Mark? What?" Like pausing and pointing at me like sewing.
Like, oh,
so I went home one day and I was like, "Mom, Dad, I want to be called Paul now."
Hi, I'm Paul.
just because I had a cousin called Paul and he had a GameCube and a Wii and I
You thought that was it?
You have the lowest standards ever being named after someone. Oh my god, that's so funny.
That lasted like a week, I think.
I'm Paul now.
Yeah.
Just because he had a GameCube. Oh, that's wonderful.
You know what? I had a moment like that, though, once where it was like, I had a crush on this kid named Sean, and I only had a crush on him because he had glasses, and he looked like Harry Potter, and that was it.
That's it.
That was it. That was the only reason why I liked him. Just because he had glasses. Like Harry Potter. But he he was the one to introduce me to Sonic Adventure 2.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's really important. That's another part of your standard.
Exactly.
Like, he had glasses, he looked like Harry Potter, and he introduced me to Sonic Adventures 2.
Yes! That's all that matters.
3 qualifications you look for in this.
See, it worked.
Yeah.
It works.
So Miranda is...
What do you do?
You're right.
I sit on couches a lot. I'm really good at that. So that's why I'm here. No, I animate, I voice act. I've been with my agency DPN since I was 5 years old, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I voice act, I animate, I do a lot of art, I sing, I'm a freelance shepherd. No, that's what my dad always says. He's just like, yeah, I'm a shepherd, but on the side. No, yeah, I do a lot of that, and I sit in my room, and I watch TV, and I do little doodles of people on the internet.
You guys ever heard of Taco Bell before? That's Taco Bell.
That is the new Taco Bell dog.
I'm the Taco Bell dog. No, it's funny. The guy who voices the Taco Bell dog, Carlos, he also voices Mr. Crocker on Fairly Odd Parents.
Really?
I did not know that.
No,
what?
He's a good buddy. Yeah. No, I love Carlos, but yeah, it's kind of a crazy moment when you connect the dots.
Dude, that is fucking wild. Sorry, I'm gonna put
No, isn't that insane? Like, voice actors are so crazy. Like, we'll do some random Taco Bell commercial like me, and then you'll turn on your Nintendo Switch, and then you'll hear me playing a nerd in a video game. So it's just
Which video game?
So I'm in Neo, The World Ends With You. So like the new World Ends With You.
You're in the new one.
Yeah. I'm Nagi. I'm one of the 3.
Oh my god, Miranda, don't look at me. I'm not worthy.
Oh boy. I thought.
No, I tease.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's cool.
No, it's very fun. It's been 2 years, literally like just past the anniversary of the trailer coming out a couple of years ago. So.
Damn.
But that's like my not claim to fame, but because I'm not famous. But it's like yeah.
Miranda, what's it been like being in the industry from such a young age?
Oh man, that's a fun question. It was kind of weird, like, growing up, like, kind of around all these voice actors, like, your Tara Strongs, your Grey Griffins, your Billy Wests, your Mark Hamills, it's just, like, it's so weird, because when I was 5, when I was little, I was going, into work with my dad. And my dad is also a voice actor, and he's also helped create our little pilot together with me and him. But, like, he would take me in to work, and I would be just surrounded by these, like, voiceover legends, and I would just think they're my dad's work friends, I didn't know that they were voicing, like, SpongeBob and stuff, I had no idea. And then, like, as it dawned on me later, because they don't sound like the people that they voice, like, you see Tom Kenny, he doesn't sound like SpongeBob, he just sounds like a dude, and it just blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind, like, as I found out, as I got older and older, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been around you for the whole time. Yeah, so it freaked me right the hell out, for sure.
When were you, like, aware?
Oh my god, man, I must have been, like, maybe 10 or 11.
Damn.
I feel like, because I don't know, because I knew that they were my dad's voiceover friends. I knew my dad did voiceover, but I didn't know they were the people who voiced these cartoons were at my agency. I just thought that they were all doing commercials and stuff, which I also thought was cool, but I had no clue. I didn't know.
Dude, wild. So, like, so let's start off with this. Comet Casino.
Yes.
Your pilot.
So
please tell us.
My dad and I had an idea. Well, it started as an idea of an Area 51 employee getting transported into a space casino. I know, weird, right?
No, it's
just
fun.
like she finds out that aliens exist and she gets transported there, and then we were just like, well, that's too much work. We'll do it so that there's a mother and a daughter story, and the daughter's already at the casino and the mom owns the casino. She tricks the daughter into running the casino so her mom can go find her dad who's missing. And like we're like, okay, that's kind of crazy as well. We'll just retool it. And then we got in a writing session, actually. And it was me, my dad, his best friend Ed, who's a wonderful TV writer, wrote on Last Man Standing with Tim Allen, and
Damn.
for years Roseanne and all these things. So he was there, and I was there, and my dad was there, and Swampy Marsh, the co-creator of Phineas and Ferb, who I work with, he was also there, and we were like, okay, we gotta kill the mom character, like, right off the bat. Like, just immediately.
Mow it.
We were like, okay, so you don't really know the mom-daughter story, but why don't we just do a father-daughter story? Because, write what you know.
Yeah.
So it kind of turned into this girl, kind of Arrested Development meets Blade Runner meets The Sopranos. And this girl comes back to her home casino on this shitty moon at the edge of the galaxy and finds out her dad has been put into a robot body. So, like, her dad's brain has been put into a robot body. And, all these laws say that he can't own property, so she ends up running the casino with her found family to help them, not get fired. So they all live in the casino, and, it's, like, fun, just sitcom-y type stuff. And it was insane. It was a crazy process. I went in with Surfer Jack Studios, who does Pete the Cat. Yeah. And me and Swampy and Bernie Peterson, who's an amazing storyboard artist, and my roommate, we all just kind of did the rough animatic, and then I was like, okay, I will go in and do all the other things. And we got all this amazing voice talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it blew me away.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so well done. Here's a little snippet.
We will be landing shortly on Luperifo Mare. Please return to your seats. If you've morphed during the flight, please regenerate and buckle up, okay? And remember, as long as you look like you're gambling, they gotta keep bringing you drinks. Good luck.
You can watch teaser online, can't you?
Yes, you can. You can watch the teaser
On
We've
Miranda's
seen the full
on my
thing.
Instagram. Because you guys are special.
Here is Miranda's Instagram. It'll also be in our description, so go check out Comet Casino on
You
there.
might have seen
Go check it out.
Househead before.
Oh, yes.
Househead.
Yes, Miss
Yeah.
Miss Housewife. Miss
Househead.
No, man, Househead is cool, too. She's got a house on her head.
Does she have a husband?
Well, that remains to be seen. I am currently kind of placing little bits of lore.
You're making an ARG out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
cool.
it kind of just turned into that.
I loved it. I remember seeing the first design. I was like, that is a really strong design. And then I see the animations you did for her.
Yeah.
And like her scrubbing the floor.
Oh, yeah,
I love that. I was like, that looks so
Thank
fucking
you.
good.
Oh god, yeah, that was crazy.
No, how's it been trying to like make an AR? Did it start off like you being like, okay, I want to like kind of take this and eventually go somewhere with it, or was it just like, I'll draw that for fun?
It was so weird because like I'd started out doing little animations and stuff like going back to the pilot for like 2 seconds. I got so many amazing voice talent to be in it. I got Tara Strong, I got Billy West, Gary Anthony Williams, Maurice LaMarche, Greg Griffin,
Everyone.
Mindy Sterling, Lorraine Newman. I got them all to do this amazing stuff for my pilot, and they were all like, yeah, please put me in your show. And whenever, because they were all like family friends, and they were like, whenever you do something, put me in. I'm like, oh my god, no way. Like, this was just insane to me. So I have these voiceover friends, so I started doing little voiceover animations, like little things. Like I had these like demons that I would like animate and stuff. And then I was like, oh man, I can animate some short content. So I ended up drawing this girl with a house for a head, and I was like, I can simplify that. So I simplified it, and then I made it like into this character, and then I was like, oh, I should give her a voice. I should ask one of my voiceover friends to do it. And then I was like, well, maybe I want to continue it, and I'm not going to ask, Greg Griffin to do it every week. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is the one time that I will use voiceover AI, like text to speech.
Really?
So, yeah.
I thought it was you.
No, it's a text to speech robot. Yeah, no, because I was like, I don't want to go into the recording booth and do it every day.
But that's
every couple
that's
days.
even creepier.
Which, that was what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it would be really creepy if I just did use a text-to-speech robot, like super
That
creepy.
is, I didn't know. I thought that was you the whole time.
Really?
Yes.
I am in one of them where a girl is talking to her and she's like mimicking her voice. So I'm the person asking her the question. But like other than that, it's all like text to speech. It's not like an AI voice. It's not like mimicking someone's specific voice. It's like literally just text to speech generator.
So what you're saying is the next time, if you do make a husband, it's going to be the AI artificial Kellen Goff voice.
Yeah, probably. I'll just take Kellen's voice, just snatch it up. No, absolutely not.
If you are an AI voice generator out there, don't copy Kellen's voice.
Copy Kellen's voice.
Don't
leave him alone.
Do it. I'm watching. I'm watching for anyone that tries to snatch his voice.
Yeah, no, making an ARG definitely seems hard. Our friend Sonny Tim has experience in trying to make one. You met Sonny, yeah?
Yeah.
Sonny got really big on TikTok. He got like 20,000 followers just by posting pictures of his dumb cat.
Sonny was like, I bet you I could get 1 million views if I just post pictures of my cats, because these idiots online, that's all they do. So
they just look at cats.
Yes. So he was like, I'm gonna do it, and it worked.
It's just him holding his cat in front of a green screen every day.
Being like, how many days until he's like fully grown?
And then he started lying. He green screened his cat eating out of a bowl and put like put a road behind it, being like, this is how I find sushi, just in the road. Like, and people believed it.
It looks clearly like a green screen.
Like a green
it looks
screen,
fake as shit.
Oh my god.
And then he uploaded one day being like, and it was him outside. It's a missing sign saying, where's sushi? But then, and it's like, he was like, I want to start an ARG. But then he puts in the description, sushi is not actually missing. This is an ARG. And it's like, you fucking ruined it.
You ruined it.
The first one was, he like held up sushi in front of a green screen, and then he did the edit where he like takes his hand and sushi's gone, and he's like,
yeah, that one was cool.
That one was
Where's
cool.
sushi?
It like glitched out.
And like, what if he just like put like text over it, like, this is not real. Sushi is not missing. This is an ARG.
Because he spent like 30 days of people growing attached to his cat. You can't just like make the cat go missing one day.
The cat died. Yeah.
The cat's gone.
Yeah.
The cat's been abducted by aliens.
And then he got so pissed off that everyone got mad at him for pretending his cat was missing. He stopped uploading.
No, then he slowly tried making it less about the cat, more about him. People didn't care about him. They just cared about the cat.
You could like pull a Poochie on The Simpsons, just like Sushi has returned to his home planet, and just like take the image, boop, and he's gone.
Make a really shitty baby alien edit.
Yeah.
The Sonny show. Okay, Miranda, I want to tell you. Yeah. Sonny never listens to these podcasts, so he won't hear this.
He's not a good friend.
Yeah. Sonny Tim.
Yeah, Sonny.
If you're listening, which I know you're not.
Which I highly doubt.
Shakes head. But I want to make a game show called the Guinto Games. And what it is it's a trivia show, and there's 3 contestants, right? Mark is a regular contestant.
Yes.
Sonny's a regular contestant, and we have a guest.
Right.
The whole point of the show is that all the questions are rigged to just be about, like, our friendships. Like, they're not there's one like category that's real trivia, but the whole point of the show is that everybody wins except Sonny. So there are little rules, like loopholes and rules in place where Sonny would just lose, and then and the rules would only count against him. And that will be in, like, I'll have him sign, like, the Guinto Games contract when he's playing every time, and he'll lose every time. Everybody will get, like, a nice, like, Amazon gift card or a Starbucks gift card, and Sonny
But, like, it's just rigged for him to lose every single time. Things that he couldn't possibly know.
What did Winch have to eat this morning?
What? How do I know that? It's gonna be good.
That's great.
You should come on as a guest.
I would love to. And then, like, we could talk about, like, things that only, like, Mark and I know.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes.
You know, and we, like,
that's exact.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Like, who is the voice actor for Crocker? And what else does he do? And you can be like, Taco Bell Man. And then Sonny will be like, what? Like,
why was I supposed to know that? Perfect. It'll make $100 million.
Yeah. And they'll always...
What does Sonny's mother call him? Turtle.
But Sonny's buzzer won't work.
Yeah.
He was like, every time.
God.
He's like, nope, that's not the answer. The
Sorry.
answer was turtle with a capital T. Like, you have to actually, like, take, you know.
It was turtle emoji. That's what
Exactly,
it was.
right. The answer was, I'm
double
sorry,
standard.
the answer was turtle emoji. I'm so sorry, Sonny.
Better luck
You
next
lose.
time. Negative 100 points.
Or, like, every time Sonny loses, you, like, take away one of his things.
Take away the stand. Take away
yeah.
his shirt.
Exactly.
Take away his shoes. Loser has to donate all of his clothes to like a
it's like
charity.
strip poker, but worse.
Nobody would want his clothes. Nobody would want that.
Just like he'll just like go home and like the soap from his bathroom is gone.
Dude, that's to say he even has soap in his bathroom to begin with.
No, if he doesn't have soap, then give him soap.
And then take it away. We visited his house one time, and I was taking a number 1, and I looked up and I see the towel hanging up on like the door, and there's just shit speckles on it. And I immediately text Mark. I'm like, Mark, did you see this? Mark's like, oh yeah, I saw that. I don't want to touch that.
You want to include this? Yeah, expose Sonny for shitting on his towels.
Sonny, if you're watching this is fake. This is an ARG.
This is Omega Mart.
Oh, we went to. Have you ever been to Omega Mart?
Yes, I went with my dad. It was so cool.
Okay, did you solve anything? Did you figure anything out?
Not really.
Yeah,
no.
neither did I.
We just kind of screwed around, and we thought this was like really cool. We literally, my dad and I took a trip to Vegas because Comet Casino.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
we were just
of
like,
course.
I'm gonna work on the pilot. I'm gonna do some concept art, and it's gonna be a write-off because
it's work.
Hey, IRS,
Smart.
if you're listening to this is an ARG. I'm not really
Yeah.
here. No, actually it was a write-off because I was like, making concept art and we were doing ideas and pitches and then we were, doing other things in between. We saw Omega Mart and we were like, oh man, that would be such a great idea for, like, I don't know, like a Comet Casino episode where there's a casino that's like basically a mystery that you have to solve. Like,
that would be cool.
so the ideas that we had, like, from going to Vegas that inspired a lot of the Comet Casino was insane. Like, these giant, like, huge, like, douchebag, like, gigantic cocktail cups.
Yo.
Like, with the, like, literally shaped like the Eiffel Tower that were, like, hanging off the guy, So I was like, oh, man, what if we made that, like, even crazier? Why don't we make it a margarita jacket? Like, why don't we just give some alien, like, a jacket just filled with margarita that you can just, like, sip on.
Straw goes around their eyes. Like
Yeah. And we saw these, like, crazy Bloody Marys with, like, a burger in it. Like,
what the
just,
fuck?
like, on top of it, like, a burger and onion rings and, like, an entire roasted chicken and then, like, a pig with an apple in its mouth, on the top of the stupid
It's an all-style
Bloody Mary.
Vegas buffet.
Yeah, exactly. And we were like, oh, man, what if we made a Bloody Mary helmet? So, like, if you got this, like, concept art of this alien, like, with one of those, like, beer straws, like, he's got a helmet on. So we got, Bellini helmet. So all this stuff in Vegas, like, that we just, like, looked at was insane. It's crazy.
Did you see, like, the Hotel Paris?
Oh, yeah.
And the fucking skylines in there.
Yeah, no, we stayed the last time. We stayed at the Paris the last time we went. Yeah.
Dude.
And it was nuts. It was insane. Just the fact that it is so weird that it can be 1 a.m. and it's still bright inside the casino, and you've still got this fake blue sky over it. It's
and like
just
fake clouds.
Yeah, it's so strange.
It's you know what?
It's odd.
I've never been to Las Vegas before. Well, I have when I did like figure skating. My parents would like take us because we had competitions out there.
Right.
But I'd never like experienced Vegas as an adult. I know,
Dude.
It's
wild. You gotta go.
Well, we did last week.
We did last week.
Oh,
we
right.
just
I saw that on Insta. Oh my god.
Dude,
Oh my god. Okay, right.
Yeah,
I'm
and
putting the pieces together.
We were like, we were blown away by like we went inside where it was Planet Hollywood.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like the farther you go in, it just turns into Jerusalem. It's just like
Yeah.
like
It's just a maze. It's a maze.
Yes.
You get Mexican food.
Yeah, we got Mexican food
At the Taco Bell Cantina, probably.
We went there
well,
too,
we did
yeah.
go there,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
also Taco Bell Cantina, kind of mid. Not gonna lie, kind of mid.
No, it wasn't
Yes.
mid. You were hyped up. You were told it was something that it wasn't.
Amin told me it was like really fucking cool, and they have a chapel
I
there.
pictured like an actual chapel. in
Yes,
my
I
head.
did too.
Yeah,
Right.
not just like
A
the
room.
upstairs with a single like little ring where like there's a Taco Bell.
I was
in the
thinking
middle.
it would be like Casa Bonita from South Park.
You know,
I
like
was thinking
something
it-
like giant. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
like something huge with like games and shit
You
in
go
there.
to Don Cuco's off San Fernando, like something
Yes,
like that.
exactly
Yeah,
right.
something.
Yeah, we like walked past it. Literally on the first night that we were there, the last time I was there a couple of weeks ago. First night, I got strep throat. I got strep throat, and we had to go to the emergency room. And
Fuck.
We like went in there. The first place that we went to was like urgent care, and I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. Like there's like someone like asleep on the chairs. Like apparently it was gonna be like 6 hours, and I can and it was not crowded. It was not crowded, but they were literally taking people like out of the hospital that weren't like urgent enough and just putting them outside.
That's still good inspiration for your.
Oh yeah, no, totally. It's just like it's insane, and I can only imagine what it would be on a busy night. Like
Dude.
it's Vegas, it's crazy.
Like in the
True.
summertime or during like an event. Or
Oh,
there
yeah.
was
Yeah.
an event, wasn't there? Some concert.
The
when we were
Vegas
there?
shooting.
No, not when we were there. No. What?
when we were there.
But
No,
like a
there's always
concert or
like some
something.
residency. Some Adele's always got some residency.
Yeah.
Or,
It was,
One
um,
Direction or
Oh, what was it? It's gonna bother me now.
I
It was
don't
everywhere.
know.
There was posters everywhere. Whatever.
Lady
who cares?
Gaga, most likely.
There was Adele. Sting.
Yeah.
It was Sting.
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 Yep, little
Yeah.
residency over there.
Sting from the hit Nostalgia Critic video, The Wall.
Sting wasn't in that.
That's only.
yeah.
Who was in that?
It was the Pink Floyd drummer, right?
No,
No.
it was Slash.
Oh,
No, it wasn't Slash.
No, it was a
What?
guy from
Slash was
Metallica.
in-
It was a guy from
Slash was-
Metallica.
I think it was
I
Sting.
swear to God that Slash was in one of their videos.
Slash is that sounds familiar, but it wasn't Slash in the wall.
In
one.
the wall one, it was.
It was the guy from.
But they all sang like the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song.
Yeah, that's the big joke of the whole
Yeah,
video.
that is.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, look it up.
I am almost 100%.
Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Right.
Slipknot's Corey Taylor and his son.
Got it.
Because his son's a big
And the
nostalgia
sons would
critic
be like,
fan.
yes. And he was like, yeah, I'll do it.
I hope my son's a big nostalgia critic fan.
Yeah, so you can be a nostalgia critic.
If he doesn't, get out of the house.
Yeah, true. Get out.
Get out.
Get out!
Get out!
You're just like your father.
Father Spoonie.
Oh my God.
Bruce, stop. Bruce, get Jigsaw to pull have Jigsaw on a tricycle come across the screen and pull the gif of Spoonie looking really awful, like shaking his head.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I think Saw on a tricycle was one of my favorite moments in movie history. I just want someone to play that on loop at my funeral or
Yeah,
something.
and Scary Movie 3 when little Jigsaw comes out.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Oh yeah.
Jigsaw, Scary Movie 4.
It's Scary Movie 4, yeah. Jigsaw is such a recognizable and like likable looking puppet
Yeah.
and like figurehead.
We watched through all the Saw movies recently as like a joke just to see what they were, and we actually got like really like hooked on them. Or at least I did.
love the Saw movies.
Yeah.
I
except
love them.
everything after 5.
Veronica fell asleep during 5.
I've seen it already though.
Yeah.
I've seen 5 already.
But I loved them.
They're so good.
1, 2, and 3. 2 is my favorite.
2 is my
the best.
favorite. 2
Yes.
is the best.
2 is the best.
I think like there's just something fun about just all the traps and like the story. You don't give a shit.
They're in like
about
a big
the story.
heist.
But the story is crazy.
But the
The
story is
plot twist.
nuts. Yeah,
Like,
you don't,
oh.
but you know, it doesn't have to be the most, incredible cinematic experience. It's just fun.
Yes.
Those movies are so fun. I feel the same way about the Final Destination movies.
Yes,
They're so fun.
We watched the first one and we watched the third one.
Yeah. Now we gotta all see Saw X coming out this October.
Really?
It comes out.
Oh my god, no way.
Comes out the same day as the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Isn't that wild?
Double feature.
Yeah,
Double
that's
feature.
what I said. Yeah.
Double feature.
Saw is not gonna do well.
Miranda.
Oh no way.
When October comes around, if you want to watch both of them in the same day.
You want to?
Oh, absolutely.
Or
Sign me up.
when does Chucky come out? There's a new Chucky movie coming out too.
Is there really?
Remember?
No.
Yes.
Other than making the TV show, no.
No. Remember?
No, I don't remember. No.
I swear there was another Chucky movie coming
I
out
don't
because
think
we were
so.
gonna add that to
we were
our
gonna,
list.
No, we were gonna add the TV show, and you got bored in the first episode.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
get,
TV
I didn't
shows,
get bored. It was bad.
Yeah, TV shows a little wonky.
Dude.
I thought
crazy,
the
if
acting
you
was
ask me.
bad.
I thought the whole thing was bad. They completely changed Chucky's character. Now he cares about children and wants to
Help
No,
them.
he's woke. I don't like it. He's an ally. Okay.
He's a feminist. Chucky is a feminist. God, what if they make Saw, or what if they make Jigsaw an SJW?
They can't because somehow Jigsaw's been dead since Saw 2 and they're still making them.
I know. He's got
They're still
apprentice after apprentice.
Oh my god, they're gonna unmask Saw, and it's gonna be some crazy
It's gonna be Joe Biden.
Yeah, it's gonna be Joe Biden. It's gonna be I was gonna say a senator.
That's the thing. I like
it's
that.
gonna be Ron DeSantis. He's under the mask.
Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
I like that the Saw movies. They've been so creatively bankrupt because they killed off their villain in the second movie.
second one, yeah.
So they started trying to do different ones where it's
Their apprentice.
yeah, no, but they started the
copycats.
Chris Pratt one, or not Chris Pratt, Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah.
Where it's
Chris Pratt plays every role in Jigsaw.
They did the Chris Rock one, and it's so fucking terrible. That's the most recent one that came out during COVID.
Spiral.
Yeah.
The Saw story.
Yeah, it's from the Book of Saw.
Yeah.
And it's so they cut the whole point of Saw movies is you just want to see the kills.
Yeah.
But every
Yeah.
single kill I think is cut off
cut
right
away.
before it happens, and then it shows you
Yes.
the aftermath of
Except
it.
one of them, and it was Samuel Jackson's kill.
Yeah, at the very end.
No, he even runs away at the end.
Yeah.
They don't even show you how he dies.
They don't even do it. They just cut away, and then
So I like
Chris
the-
Rock goes, yeah.
He was like,
But why would they come? You're just coming to Saw for the kills. Of course you're gonna want to see the kills.
Yeah, but that was such a failure that now they're no, Saw X.
See-
Just back to Saw. No more
Back to
spiral
Saw,
shit.
no more
See,
spiral.
but the thing with Chris Rock,
Tucker. Yeah.
the problem with Chris Rock was that Spiral seemed to be the one movie where he was trying to be serious.
Yeah.
It was a serious movie, but you can't take him seriously because his voice just sounds like there's going to be a punchline.
Because he sounds like Marty.
Yes, he sounds
sounds like Marty. Yeah, I really want to animate some Marty dialogue. I want to do Marty the zebra, but to spiral dialogue.
Do the first scene of the movie where he says the hard R.
Yeah, he does.
No, not the hard R, sorry. I mean the R word.
The R word. Oh, yeah, I can't say
Those are
that.
two very different things.
It's just it's crazy. Why don't you come to Saw for the kills? It's like watching Final Destination, but they never
Yes.
kill anybody.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, when was the last Final Destination you saw?
I think it was the third one.
That's the good one.
Yeah, that's the good one. And I mean, I love the first one. I just all the kills, all the deaths are real fun because they just get you every time, hook, line, and sinker. You're I know what's gonna happen, and then it goes the other way, and then they just rinse and repeat, and I fall for it every single time. I'm that wasn't what I was expecting him to get electrocuted. Oh no! But
Which one's your favorite?
Him. I mean whatever the one is where they're on the bridge with the bus.
I've seen that opening. Is that 4 or 5?
I think
Is it the one with the logs?
No, but I love that one.
It's where the bridge collapses or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
It kind of all blends together at some point because you're just death, death, death. And then it just goes over
I love
again.
the interview with the Saw actors where they're what is this trap from? And he does not remember
Yeah,
anyone.
no, he doesn't remember anyone. Yeah, because they're all
interchangeable, yeah.
they're
They're
interchangeable.
all the same, but not.
But not. But if I had to give us, I gotta just rewatch all of them and give them an actual ranking because you gotta put them through their own little gauntlet. You gotta be okay, this one's better than this one. Just do a little tier list.
Yeah, honestly, we should.
But
Get on the podcast, do a tier list. Horror movies.
Yeah.
Tier list of Saw. I've been really into found footage horror movies recently. In particular, just as they're just such a weird genre, and a lot of people kind of take it for granted. They're like, well, Blair Witch is the only good one, or...
But Blair Witch isn't that good.
It is not that good, but I love it, like, as what it did for cinema and what it did for the found footage horror genre.
The ending fucks my shit up.
It does. Yeah. It is so good. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best movie of all time, but I will always watch it when it's on.
Yeah.
You see Skinamarink?
Yes.
Did you like Skinamarink?
Many times.
Many times?
I think I watched it 3 times. But, like, I can't say that I loved it, but I can't say that I hated it. I just watched it a bunch of times to try and see what the hell was going on.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I watched it and I was like, I feel like I'm missing something here.
Right. I actually looked online. I was like, okay, what are the theories on this?
We did that too, yeah.
Because I like the one about, like, a metaphor for abuse. Like, that was really interesting. Watching it as, like, a metaphor movie, I'm like, okay, I like it more.
But I'm making it deep when it really wasn't.
Yeah,
that's my problem, is that
it
wasn't deep, and I have to make it deep to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Right. I know.
I hate so many things about that movie bother me, and we've already talked about this on the podcast. We talked about it with Jane.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because Jane recommended it to us.
Yeah.
Here, put a little picture of Jane right there.
Hi, Jane.
My biggest issue with Skinamarink was it was trying to be creepy, and it just couldn't. It just took, like, high-angle shots of, like, rooms or, like, corners.
The whole point is that you're meant to be like, oh, is there something there? But most of the time, there wasn't, was my issue with it, you know? I needed more stuff like the little telephone or the point where you can clearly see, like, the silhouette of some guy. I feel like I needed more of that, where it's like, oh, I can see something.
I just wanted a little bit more dialogue.
Yeah.
A little bit more substance. Because I really, like, the reason that I watched it a couple times is not because I think it's my favorite movie in the world. I end up doing that. I rewatch things even if I don't like them. I just kind of want to understand them better and want to, like, rewind parts and see, like, kind of, like, dissect it a little bit. But yeah, like, I feel like there needed to be more dialogue, like, between the parents
and the
kids. And the kids, right? But I appreciate what the filmmaker was doing, though, because it's kind of a, I don't know, paranormal activity situation where the guy has, like, $5 in a bag of chips.
Yeah.
And he just makes it into this, like, sensation that scares everybody.
He, like, filmed it in his parents' house.
Yeah. And, I mean, like,
pretty cool.
What you're trying to do there, fucking bravo. But
not
all of us can do that.
All the stuff with, like, oh, the chair is upside down, or oh, the toilet disappears and now there's a bucket. Like, oh, the windows are gone and the doors are gone, and it's like now they're in, like, a different dimension with the Skinamarink trapped in, like, a thing. And I'm like, this is just shit. Like, show the kids watching TV and something gets fucking thrown at them. Like, show, like, something. Yes.
You just can't appreciate subtlety.
It was too subtle for an hour and a half.
I agree.
An hour and a half of sitting there watching these kids go, Mom, Dad, and then toilet, dong,
that would have been scary if they talked like that.
and then you go, boom. Yes!
It makes a noise.
The fucking bucket just appears. It's like,
and then, like, the mom just does, like, some little ASMR. She's like, Kaylee, look under the bed. I'm just like, don't look under the bed, you idiot.
And this is another thing. Last thing I'll say about it is sometimes they switch the camera view where the camera view is a Skinamarink or the camera view is nothing.
Or it's a kid POV.
Yeah.
Or sometimes just, like, wherever, you know?
Yeah, and I'm just like, there's nothing. This seems like this guy didn't know what the fuck he was doing and grabbed a bunch of different shots and was like, how do we make this scary? And then added the voiceovers at the end. Like, it bothered me so bad. I was, like, falling asleep. Like,
we watched it over, like, 2 days.
I was like nodding off at, and I kept myself awake, and by the end of it, I was so mad I was awake.
He just got so mad, it just woke you up.
Yes! I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, I was so mad.
Hey, I mean, I will say, it made you feel something. It might have been rage.
It's gotten me talking about it quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's what you want in a movie. I mean, if you want to make it, like, divisive. I feel like a lot of people think it's scary and a lot of people think it's bad, but the fact that it kind of gets you talking about it means that it's very memorable.
They're winning, damn it.
It's memorable. You can't say that it's not memorable.
It is
It is unique. There were 2 parts that I was like, that were the shining stars of that movie. It was the telephone scene and the face scene.
At the very end.
They showed the very face. Yeah,
that telephone is my Princess Diana. He carried the whole movie for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And you know what? It didn't bother me that, like, the only association I really have with that phone is Toy Story 3. Like, it stood out on its own.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
I mean, like, he's moving up. He's making money moves.
True.
His career.
It cost him, like, what, 15 grand?
15 grand.
Yeah, which is the same budget as Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity pisses me off.
Why?
I cannot watch those movies because I think I've watched almost all of them, but it's that thing like Meet the Parents, you know?
Everything goes wrong.
It's stressful, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't scare me, it stresses me.
It just...
And I can't care about any character because I know no matter what, they're just all going to die in the end. I hate horror movies where there is just genuinely nothing the characters can do, and the evil being just has no limits.
Why?
To what? Because I'm like, what?
Because it's just like going God mode.
Yeah, I'm like, just kill him anyway.
There's no...
It's like playing creative mode. It's like creative mode in Minecraft. You get bored after a while.
There's no stakes.
Yeah, there's no stakes. There's no hope that the characters could escape. So I'm like, just kill them now in the first scene. Like,
you don't want to see how it unfolds.
No, because usually you don't really see how it unfolds. Things just kind of escalate and things happen, and the camera's moving so fast that it's like, oh, things are happening. You just kind of see it, and then it just cuts to black.
I think a good comparison is like watching a snake eat a rat. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you know the rat's gonna get eaten, but you want to see the rat put up
But
a
that's
fight,
just kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But that I don't...
Kind of stresses you out.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like it is acquired taste. Like, it makes some people nervous, but some people want to watch the movie.
Yeah,
anyway
I have enough stress in my regular life. I don't need it from a movie.
See, I like watching stressful movies
Me too.
because it makes... I learned this recently. People who, like, have a lot of stress in their lives, or they have had a lot of stress, like, in their childhood, you know, had a stressful, crazy childhood or something, they like horror movies because it lets you practice being scared in a safe environment.
Yeah.
Which is, like, so interesting to me. I'm like, oh, man, that's crazy. I had a kind of a crazy up-in-the-air childhood. I love horror movies because I can get nervous and get scared without having there be any, like, actual consequences.
I'm kind of like, I like watching horror movies, but I like watching, like, stressful-ass movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like Meet the Parents and stuff like that. I like that because...
Meet the Parents pisses me off.
Dude, Mark hates Meet the Parents. Well, he likes and hates
I like the movie,
I haven't seen it.
It's Ben Stiller.
And Robert De Niro. But I like those movies because it stresses me out, but then I'm like, oh, thank God. It's not like stress I actually have to deal with, you know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It's other people's stress.
I care about the character too much to like watch everything go wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? Because you start picking up on like the way these movies will do things where it's like, they'll have like this they set up this big like important thing like, oh, this is my mother's like ashes on the urn. And I'm like, fuck, why set that up? And they have like, they're like, oh, look at that. Then he takes it, like Ben Stiller into the room. He's like, "Oh, don't flush the toilet because the thing doesn't work." And I'm like, "Why say that? It's gonna come back now." Or like they'll like focus on something and there'll be a close up shot, and I'm like, "It's a close up for a reason."
Check out the toilet.
Yeah.
You show the toilet. No, like, I totally get it, though. Like, here's my incredibly breakable urn of the most precious things that I own. Don't touch it. Like, you know it's going to come back.
If there's one thing about Meet the Parents I like, though, is that it's usually pretty fast. Like, they know that you're expecting it.
Gets to it.
They break the urn, the same scene, they, like, establish its importance. They don't wait till the end of the movie.
Or, like, they show the camera and he accidentally points the camera at, like, the mom's tits. Or, like, her, like, crotch. And then he realizes.
Is it the second one?
It's the first one.
Really? I don't even remember.
He has a little teddy bear and he has a little camera in it.
That's right.
You know what I love? I love movies that just kind of get to it.
Me too.
Yeah.
They just get to it. Like, there's action in, like, the first, like, you know, like 10 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, an inciting incident, you know, something good that happens. Like, I love a slow burn, but you gotta, like, pay it off. I've sat through so many stupid horror movies where it's, like, just blue balling me the whole time. And then the ending... Right.
That's what Film Paranormal Activity does, too.
And then, like, the ending, there's, like, one scare, and there's, like, no payoff. And I'm like, man, why did I just sit through that? Did I just waste...
like, Unfriended.
Like, oh, Unfriended is hilarious.
I've never seen Unfriended.
Yeah, you did. We watched it all together once. 2 years ago with Sonny.
I wasn't there. I've never seen it.
It was at an Airbnb, the first one we were in with Ricardo. The first ever one whenever I came over
I
here.
was not there.
You were.
No.
We all watched Unfriended together.
No, we all watched Step Brothers together.
But honestly, though, Veronica, it makes sense why you would want to erase that out of your mind because it is not a great movie.
I don't remember anything. I don't remember this happening.
I remember like we'd be watching it and it would really piss me off how they would like just like cut the shot, but it would be so obvious when they'd cut to the character like teleports across their room.
Oh yeah, I feel like they shot it all in one house, right?
Everyone was in different rooms of the house, and they shot it all in one take, and then went through it all a couple times and just used the best take. So they just like switched the shots, like, and because they're in like the bottom of like the Skype thing, they just expect you not to like look at it. But if it's on like a giant cinema screen, you're gonna be they're pretty big, so you're gonna see these characters just like teleport around their rooms randomly.
Oh yeah.
They'll have them talk, but their mouth isn't moving.
Oh yeah,
That's
my
so
favorite
bad.
part about that movie is when the kid with the blender, the kid with the blender, he literally like shows off his blender. He's
At the
like,
start of the movie.
"Hey, you guys, do you see this cool new blender I got? Like, are you kidding me? Like,
And then whenever
like, we know."
it's like a front-facing shot of him, like, and then it cuts out for a minute. And then it cuts and it's him like putting his hand in the blender, but the camera's like facing a different angle, so he must. So it implies that like he took the camera, he moved it, and then put his hand in the blender.
Angle on him. The demon was just like, all right, well, they need to know that his hand is in a blender right now. I gotta like move the camera. Ah!
CG blood everywhere.
I don't remember anything about this movie. I don't remember that at all.
CG blood is awesome. I love CG blood.
Winnie
It's
the
hilarious.
Pooh, Blood and Honey did that a lot.
You see
Winnie the Pooh?
No, I did not see Blood and Honey. I've heard things.
It was
It's
terrible.
fun.
No, it was not fun.
It's not. I mean,
You fell asleep.
I
in the
fell.
end.
Yeah, I
fell
did fall asleep.
It's fun. It's not fun. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
It's the beginning is fun. It's pretty ridiculous. You shouldn't take it seriously, and if you don't take it seriously,
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I've seen like the first little like animation from it where they're like, they lived in the 100-acre wood.
That's
and
all right.
Christopher Robin used to feed them, and now they're
feral,
monsters.
yeah.
They're feral. Yeah, that's just I don't know.
I like that intro.
Yeah.
You know, a movie has a pretty quick intro. Mario movie.
Yeah.
We saw it again recently with our friends Margot and Ray. That was after we recorded the episode about it, and we just wanted to go get snacks because we remembered there was like 10 trailers beforehand.
Yeah.
So by the time we got the snacks though and came back, they were already going to the Mushroom Kingdom.
They're already at the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like,
so like the intro to that movie is like
quick.
so quick.
It's done. Yeah,
Well,
they're like, okay, we're brothers, and then just like, bam, like right into the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, I liked that. I really liked that about it because it
got
was
to the
just
point.
not slow. It was not slow. They just went right in, and I feel like that's probably the little Miyamoto influence on there because he's like super. I feel like he probably had a lot of input on making that movie like decent and good.
Yeah.
See, the thing is you don't have to establish anything because we already know. So that's why they don't need to dwell on anything. They can just get right into it. Oh stop. Look at him.
I think a movie should still establish stuff, even if you already know the characters.
No, definitely establish stuff, but you don't have to like establish it and like in Spider-Verse. Like they didn't have to establish that there were like you don't have to go through the Uncle Ben story. You just have to do like a recap, at least establish it a little
Just
bit.
show that it happened, yeah.
Show that it happened and like, just do a little flashback and then get to the movie. Mario movie, establish that he has a brother, establish that he loves his family, but they don't really approve. And then, get into it. Just, you can't not establish, but you can't establish it for too long or else people will get bored and
they already know.
Off. And they already know.
It's like, what was it? We watched a video recently of somebody did a review on Superman. They were like, "Why Superman is my favorite superhero?" And
just in general,
just like a video
the
essay.
concept of Superman.
Just Superman. Why Superman's my favorite superhero or whatever. We watched this guy's video. He spends 6 minutes explaining where Superman came from. It's like we already know where Superman came from.
Yeah,
And it's a
everyone
6-minute video.
And it's a 6-minute video. The whole time he spent explaining the lore of Superman. Like, we already know. Yeah, Clark Kent. Yeah, Kansas. Okay, yeah, the tornado
just like,
eats his dad up.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Bam, bam.
And that's the kind of stuff that, like, I'm glad that the Mario movie doesn't do, where it's a thing where it's like, okay, let's sit down and establish the family. Like, they did, but it's like, they didn't have to go into it. They didn't need to go into, like, great-great-grandmother. They didn't need to establish, like, why they did plumbing, or why, like, what the mushroom, why things work. They're just like, oh, yeah, it does this. It's like,
it does this, and you have to just do this. Yeah. And because it is a fish out of water story, and Mario is a fish out of water in this circumstance, like, you like how he's just kind of questioning everything. He's just like,
Yeah,
oh, whoa,
you don't have
and he's
to
kind of like...
You don't have to waste time explaining why the world is the way it is because it's presented as weird.
Yeah.
Right. He's just like, oh, this is a mushroom and you eat it? Oh, I don't really like mushrooms. Not, where did this mushroom come from? Why does it give you a power-up? Like, he just, accepts it and rolls with it because his ultimate goal is finding his brother, Like, you don't need to question anything. You just need to find your brother. Like, that's what you would do in a normal circumstance. You wouldn't, question everything. I don't know.
Mark said, though, the Peaches song by Bowser, he smash.
Yeah, is that what I said?
Yeah.
Honestly, people, that song is eligible for an Oscar, and people think it's gonna win. I'm like,
I hope so.
What?
It's kind of got baby lyrics.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not,
no, it does. No,
it should not get an Oscar.
I'm joking. It should not get an Oscar, but
It's catchy. I
is
find
catchy.
myself
it's very
getting
catchy.
it stuck in my head,
I think of it.
But being an earworm and being a good song, it deserves an award.
it's also,
Right.
it's also like 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
Although, I will say, if they make an extended version, if there's no good original songs that come out, in the next year,
That's the thing.
all
that
right, fine.
They released
Give
like
it.
a live action, like Jack Black singing it,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
music
yeah.
video, and I was like, oh, it's like 3 minute song. There's gonna be more, but it was just the exact
the same
same
thing.
as they just like filled the
That's
time
it.
in with
Yeah.
like piano. Yeah.
But I mean, like, good for Jack Black. I love Jack Black.
True.
He's wonderful. He's a national treasure. He is all in. I love celebrities that just go all in on things, like
Yeah.
him, wearing that Bowser jacket to the premiere, and he just
Yeah.
loves being Bowser. You can tell. You
Yeah.
can tell. I just love it. He's got it all.
Jablinski Games, you should come on the podcast.
Yes. Oh my God.
Smiles.
Hey,
Hey.
Jablinski Games.
Hey, remember when I saw you at the Tenacious D party?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Jablinski.
Hi, Jimmy.
I saw that you
Hi.
went to the Apple Pan in my neighborhood. You come back over there.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, what do you want to
God.
say to Jablinski Games right now?
The Mary movie was okay.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Jack Black, if you were in 5 Nights at Freddy's though,
Oh, Jack Black, please.
Please be William
Jack
I
Black
cannot
is-
wait
Or Michael Afton.
for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh my God, me
I'm so
too.
excited. So my dad he coaches kids improv. He coaches
really?
kids, or he used to. He did a lot back in the day. Pretty much every Saturday we would go over and just hang out, do improv with kids. I'm getting to it. I swear this is not a completely unrelated topic. So there's this kiddo named Piper, and she's absolutely adorable, wonderful child, amazing. She took my dad's improv class for 2-3 years. She was like so small when she came in, and now she's playing Josh
Yeah.
Hutcherson's little sister
Wow.
in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I heard
And
some of it.
I like whenever she has like a voiceover audition for animation, I'll go on video chat, and she's literally like, if anyone hates on her or her acting performance, I will personally go to their house and just hurl insults and grass clippings. I'll make them. I will take glitter and put it everywhere. They will not
Spork
be able
their
to.
lawn.
I will spork their lawn.
gnome their lawn. Recently, they had all these YouTubers, all these 5 Nights at Freddy's YouTubers go to the set and spend time for a couple days, and every one of them I saw are like, Piper was a great actress.
She is the most adorable, wonderful, and her mother is amazing. Her mom is so supportive and awesome. I've met lots of show moms, but no, she's not one. Emily is not one. She's wonderful. And
How exciting.
they're so cute and so adorable, and like, I'm
So
so
Piper.
proud of her. I'm so proud
You
of
should
Miss
come on the
Piper Rubio.
podcast.
I'm so freaking proud. And every time she'll come off of a video call, she go have a rainbow-tastic day.
Aww.
She's just the most adorable. So if anyone comes for her, I will personally spork their lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever got your lawn sporked, old man?
No.
You put a bunch of sporks in from the cafeteria and you break off the ends.
We never had sporks in our cafeteria.
No? What'd you have?
Forks.
And spoons.
And spoons?
And knives and spoons, yeah.
Savages.
Oh man, dude, so you probably didn't go to public school, huh? Or
I
maybe
did,
maybe it's better in Ireland.
I went to, we didn't have private and public schools. I went to a grammar school, which is like, you had to
different.
take, you had
it's
to take
different.
an exam to get into there.
Yeah, it's like the fancy schools like Oxford.
Yeah.
Right? And you had to take a test, you had to get in, and like it's like that. And they have uniforms and shit.
Yeah, I kind of got a B1.
Yeah, but then you kind of got predicted grades.
Yeah, because of COVID.
Oh.
COVID, I was doing really bad in my last year of school because I stopped caring and just started like staying home and like walking around the town instead of going to class. And I was like a good student up until then for the past like 6 years because we did high school for 7 years. And then by the last year, I just completely gave up, and all the teachers were like I have to give you like a D and like an E. And we get E's.
Wait, what's an E? It's like below.
Below.
Even worse.
We don't.
E for even worse.
We don't have F's. It goes from D to E to U, and U is unmarkable. It's just like nothing.
Understandably worse.
And then
Didn't try.
Underground. We're putting that kid under the school.
And then literally like 2 weeks before our final exams, where I was predicted to get like D's and stuff, COVID happened. And we all got sent home, and they were like, well, we can't do the exams, so we're just going to, like, predict your grades. And so because I had 6 years of solid work and only 1 year of really bad work, I got, like, an A, a B, and a C in my 3 subjects.
That is so incredible.
Not cool.
So lucky. That's amazing.
I know. I actually had to try.
My friend Tom, the mouse, he was 1 day away from being kicked out of school, because he stopped going entirely. So his attendance was, like, 30%. And the teachers were like, if you take tomorrow off, like if you don't come in tomorrow, we're kicking you out of school. And he took the next day off, and then the next day, COVID, everyone was home. So he couldn't get in trouble for it, and he got predicted grades and got like B's. So
that is incredible.
Yeah,
that's also crazy. Like, they're just going to predict your grades. They're like, we're psychic. We know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Well, it's like generated.
Remember how, like, I remember how unpredictable things were. My sister, I remember, she, like... for a while, they were like, well, maybe we just take everyone who is doing this year and we just make them, like, repeat the year.
Again.
Like,
Yeah.
So everyone, like, at least in Ireland, everyone would be set back a whole year of their life just because of COVID. Like, but they didn't do that, thankfully, but, like,
Technically, they
fucked.
were.
That was like, actually, the lockdown was what made me want to stop going to junior college.
Really?
I didn't even get my Associate of Arts degree.
I did animation in college over Zoom for like a year, and I just stopped getting up for it.
Yeah, no, that's what I did too. Like, cause I went to, so what I did was I took concurrent courses like in high school at Santa Monica College, which was a junior college. So I was like, I really want to do animation. Can I please do an animation class? So they were like, yeah, sure, you can do a semester. Like, you can do a couple of semesters, one class. So I did that, like, on top of my high school classes for, like, a year. And then I, went into actual full-time classes at SMC for, like, 2 years. And then at the very beginning of that lockdown semester, I was doing animation courses. And then, like, I just finished out the rest of the semester. And I just kind of blazed through it because it was all online. And I'm like, I am not going to do that anymore. And... that was it. That was the decision. Like,
smart.
Not even going to get my associate of arts degree.
You don't need
but
it.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
You don't need
like,
it.
for those of you out there who think okay, if you go to an art college, and it's just like what Margot said in our Margot episode.
Go watch it.
If you go to college, right, you do have the benefits of learning things that maybe you wouldn't have access to. Like, maybe you can't afford Harmony. Maybe you don't know
or like
rigging,
student memberships and stuff.
Things like that. And you also have opportunities to get employment. Yeah. Network. That's fine and great. If that's the route you want to go, all the respect to you. But you could save a hell of a lot of money if you just worked a job, like any old job, and you did the work yourself, and you networked and did stuff online yourself. Because you can do it.
Like, literally, Instagram. I've made so many amazing connections over Instagram.
Same.
I've connected with, literally, like, Sony, people who direct movies at Sony Animation. I told him, I was like, dude, you did such a great job on Mitchell's versus the Machines. Like, he did, like, story, for Mitchell's versus the Machines, and... like, I was like, dude, you did such a great job. And then, like, we were mutuals for a long time. And then, like, oh, sorry, Mike. Eventually he just liked my art. And, it's like we actually connected over Instagram. And he's still, like, now he wants to, like, work with me at some point. So it's like,
cool.
But that's, like, the thing.
That's how easy it is.
It's Instagram. You just have to, like, you have to get over it and start DMing people. Don't be crazy. Don't be like, hey, I really love your work.
Yeah, just have respect.
Just have respect. Be like, hey, man, great work on that. Keep it up. And you never know where it could lead to.
Yeah. There are tons of people who I never thought I would be able to speak to.
Like
Butch Hartman.
Yeah.
Like Jeff Kinney.
And it's just...
like Kellen Goff.
Closed mouths never get fed. Just saying. So open your mouth, start talking to people, start reaching out, start posting things, consistency, like we were talking about earlier prior to the podcast.
Start spamming people, start harassing people.
Yep.
Doxing them.
Stalk them, go to their house.
No,
don't do that. That's an ARG. That's a joke.
The door starts knocking.
Someone's knocking at the door. It's
FBI. No, like don't actually stalk people. Don't be crazy.
But that's really all it takes. That's
Yeah.
really all it takes, and you don't need a degree.
Yeah.
Wild.
And look where you could be sitting on a couch with a Brian Griffin and
a Helga Pataki.
There you go.
Yeah. So nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo.
Subscribe today, guys.
Yeah. Subscribe for more content like
Yeah,
this.
for more advice.
People that are
Guys.
really good at sitting on couches and giving advice.
Get ready, guys. This is the Meeting Halfway World Tour. We're gonna be doing a cross-country trip around America.
Guys,
in a couple
we're
days.
getting Emp Lemon. We're getting Rusty Cage.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
getting Saber Spark, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're getting Sammy Classic Sonic fan, fellers. So
We're
stay
getting
tuned.
John Fine. We're getting Mr. Beast. We're getting
We're getting
You're getting Spoonie. You're getting
Yeah.
Jigsaw. You're getting the telephone from
just starts
Skinamarink.
naming everyone who's gonna want as if it already happened.
Ben Stiller. You're getting an
We're getting
earnful of
Alex the
ashes.
Lion. We're getting Mario,
Marty.
Bowser.
You're
Marty
getting
does
Chris Pratt.
Jablonski Games. Please.
Stay tuned,
Please,
guys.
please. You know that?
Oh my God.
You know the little gif of like Tom pleading to his life, like, "Oh, I want to get the gate to heaven."
You know what it is though? The worst part though, because there's some people we want to reach out to, or who like I have connections with, and I could. But a part of it to get over is it's so much harder doing it with actual industry people other than France because they have to
Come
walk
into
through
our
door.
apartment.
They have to. Sorry for all the dog
Right,
hair.
right.
So, they have to walk into like
Sit
our
in this
office.
tiny room.
Yeah, next
Well,
to
I
the
mean,
Sonic the
but
Fighters.
hey, like this, for any prospective guests on the podcast that may be watching today, this office is quite nice. There's some
Yeah.
LED lights. There's some beautiful.
There's gonna be a
beautiful
sign there
plants.
very
There's gonna be
soon.
a sign. There's microphones. It is nicer than a lot of podcast sets that I've been to. So
Cool.
There's
you know,
water.
Yeah,
There's
we
Dr.
have water.
Pepper.
We have Dr. Peppy.
Dr.
Look,
Dr.
see
Pepper.
that? See that little
Yeah.
guy right there?
Yeah.
He's always watching.
He's always like watching you.
Yeah.
There's a good mic setup. It's chill. It's on couches.
So guys, excuse all the Sammy hair, and just come over today.
Yeah, Tara Strong.
Yeah,
Come
Tara.
over.
No, I'll actually like seriously though. Like I will ask her because we do a podcast. Me and Tara do
Aw.
a podcast together. So
Oh yeah, you do that
we do the
dating
Ship
one.
It Show.
Yeah.
Ship It Show with Tara and Greg.
There you go, guys. Check it out right here. Boom.
Yeah, the Ship
No,
It Show,
yeah.
baby.
Just
Oh, you
kidding.
mean her podcast?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I thought you,
but yeah,
I thought you were
like
promoting a Tara Strong episode with us that didn't exist
No,
yet.
no.
Right. Oh my God, yes. No, literally, like Tara Strong's coming on right now.
That's what I'm always worried about. Is
Yeah,
that
no,
this
Tara
would
Strong
look-
follows me on Twitter, and I was like, do I ask her to come on? And I was like, but she has to like come in and like walk through all
That's
the dogs.
yeah. I'm like
No,
that.
no, but number one, she's an animal activist. She loves
Oh,
dogs.
she'll love Sammy.
Number two, she also loves sitting on couches. Everyone loves sitting on couches.
I'm talking about their work.
And like talking and stuff. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like she's
Aw.
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, we were worried
not
about that
a-
with Jay Lender, the SpongeBob artist, but when he came in, it was all chill.
He
It
was super.
complete-
He likes dogs too, so he was really nice about
Yeah,
it.
so
He
if
was
you-
so sweet.
If you hate dogs, kind of frig off.
Yeah, if you hate dogs, if you hate Guintos, look at this. You see this Guinto right here? If you hate this Guinto, get
there.
out. Get out.
There's
Get
the
outta
door.
here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get
I will
out.
I will muscle through with my muscles.
We're gonna
and-
spork your lawn.
We're gonna sport your lawn. That should be a game show.
Spork
Sport
your
your
lawn.
lawn. Tonight on Spork Your Lawn. How many sporks can we fit in this poor old man's lawn?
Don't tell him beforehand.
It's just Sunny's house.
We should do that, Sonny.
Oh, we should. Yeah, we want.
And then we take them all away.
Dude, we originally for our all-American road trip, we originally were not gonna tell Sonny that we were gonna come to his house and just show up. Like
And just show up.
I was gonna text his mom
Yeah.
and be like, "We're coming into town. Like, don't tell Sonny.
Don't
you
tell
know?
Turtle.
Yeah, don't tell Turtle. Keep the turtle
Don't
quiet.
tell turtle emoji.
Yeah, and then just show up and knock on his door and make him freak out. But it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Too late. He knows now.
Well, I mean, but you could like still act like it's a surprise. Like
True.
tell him.
I told her, I said, tell her we're going to come one day and then come the day earlier.
Ooh, that's also a
True.
good idea.
True.
You can
That's
be like,
awesome.
haha, we're here early. You weren't prepared for us.
Get
so you
wrecked.
have to clean up.
It was already a mess when he did prepare for us the last time.
Oh,
So,
rude. Poor
am
old
I
Sonny.
wrong?
No.
Yeah.
But hey, that's that's all right. Some people are messy, and
True.
that's
Yeah,
what
Some people
happens.
just leave shit
some
on their
people-
tongue.
yeah. I was
Some
gonna
people
say.
live in the Skinamarink house, and everything's upside down.
With buckets for
There's
toilets.
toys everywhere.
Boom.
Miranda,
Yeah.
what advice would you give people who want to work on their own pilot? Because you're working on Comet Casino right now.
Well, okay, so since Comet Casino is done, I've learned a lot through the process, and I think you have to manage your expectations. You have to know yourself and know what you're able to do, because I was like, I cannot animate a full 11-minute pilot. That would be insane. I can't do that with my schedule, so I'm going to make it an animatic and put my budget into that. If you have the budget for a fully animated thing and you have the energy, you have the time, just plan it out beforehand. Also, get a good script. Rewrite it. I've learned so much about the writing process. I'm not a writer, but I like writing jokes, and I like writing, this character would say this character would say that. But we went through so many rewrites. You have to make sure that it's a product that you really, really super duper love before you continue to animatic or full animation, because that is super important. Don't waste your budget if you have a budget. I've seen a lot of projects that have just fallen through because they've tried to fully animate it and they didn't have the time or resources, and it just falls through and things don't get made. So also be gentle with yourself if you're making a pilot. It's really hard. It is a really hard process, and don't be afraid to ask for help from your friends. Be nice to people. Be nice to your friends. Be nice to other artists, because you never know who's going to hire you. Gosh, what else? I would say, in terms of voiceover, because a lot of people ask me how to get into voiceover, I say, get as many characters down as you possibly can that you are fine with. Listen to movies from different countries. Listen to Harry Potter to get different English dialects, have characters that you are really happy with. Take an acting class. Tara Strong always says take acting classes, because voice acting is acting, and I will say that till the day I die. Take acting classes. Don't be afraid to improv a little bit. Just get as many characters as you can, as tight as you can, and as good as you can. Also, pick characters from real life, people that you know, that you can kind of do an impression of, I don't know, our neighbor. My dad always said, his neighbor, Alessandra. She always go, Brandon, take out the trash. She always sounds like that. So that's a good character. You can do something with that, but.
People in real life.
Yeah, people in real life. People that
Real life.
In real life. Super Mario in real life.
Somebody gets it.
You get it.
Nobody ever
quote
gets
that all
that.
the time.
What,
Nobody
really?
gets it. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I love
I'm gonna
that.
pee.
Super Mario real life.
Spaghetti. Just do what you think is manageable for yourself.
That's
if
good
you
advice.
don't think that you can do voiceover for the rest of your life, don't do it.
Yeah, you don't have
Don't
to.
do it. You don't have to. Be yourself and, do the things that make you really happy. Because if you're happy doing voiceover for the rest of your life, or if you're happy, having instability as a living,
Struggling artist.
It's a hard job. It's hard. But if you think that you can do it and you really want to do it, go for it. Follow your dreams. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Something like that.
That
I
was
don't
beautiful.
know. I'm stupid. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I feel like I've made it pretty...
But what you've done so far seems like you have a good head on your shoulders to
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so, maybe.
You want to
it remains to be seen. I love what I do, and I would do it every day for the rest of my life if I could. So I feel like that's probably what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Is, doing art and voiceover and music and doing things.
I worry a lot because indie animation is seeing a massive boom right now with Lucky Daisy and Has-Been and Calama Boss, and I worry that because it feels like every other day I go online and I see a new Kickstarter for a new indie show that's looking for $500 million.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what have they done before? And it's usually nothing. And I'm like, I'd be terrified to make a Kickstarter that actually got funded, because then there's that especially if you. Because I see some that ask for a certain amount of money, and it's how could you possibly make a pilot? You're promising a full pilot for for like 20 grand, and it's
right. No, you can't do that. You have to manage your expectations on what you need to do. Because if you need 20 grand, spend that on an animatic that looks really good that you can pitch around.
Yeah.
Like, don't think that you can do final animation for 20 grand and then not finish
pay
it.
your
That's what I liked
Right.
about the Boxtown one, where it didn't reach like its goal to be fully animated, but their initial goal was only for like pre-production, and like then it was like animatic stuff, and then it was like final
Exactly.
animation. But I see something like, give me like however many like tens of thousands of dollars, and I can make a full like 22-minute like fully animated thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
no. Go step by step. Do what Boxtown did. It's a great like little indie pilot. Like, go step by step. Pre-production, and then once you finish pre-production, and then maybe you get to the animatic stage, and if you can't make it to the full animation stage, you've got a great animatic. You've got a great portfolio piece. If Comet doesn't go anywhere, I've got an awesome portfolio piece with amazing voice actors and wonderful sound design, and this thing that I made, and this thing that my dad and I just worked so hard on it, and and Ed, our writer, it's a wonderful piece of media that we can all be proud of. And I'm like, damn, that would look really good in my portfolio, even if it doesn't get made.
You also didn't promise anything that you didn't deliver.
Yes.
Right, I didn't promise a fully animated thing. I was like,
why,
absolutely not.
When I was starting to make manga, I was like, do I make a Kickstarter? But then I was like, I've never made anything like this before, so that like automatically sets expectations.
Right.
I'm like restricting myself to that budget of being like, I can do it for this much,
Yeah.
So it's like, no, can't do that, because this could come out and be like a complete mess,
Right.
So I will not give anyone the expectation of like, give me your money.
Yeah.
Right, no. You don't want to promise anything that you can't deliver on.
Yeah.
And every artist has to have a little bit of, just a little bit of an ego to
Sell
think,
yourself.
you
Yeah,
gotta,
of course.
You have to sell yourself and hype yourself up as much as you can, because you are your biggest fan and you are the person that's going to make it happen. Because if you don't have the motivation or anything to do an animatic, it's never gonna get made.
Well, then why ask for money? You think the money is going to give you the motivation? It's not how that works.
It's not. No. You can't just. No cart before the horse.
Yep. That's the one issue I have with indie animation, is that people don't manage their expectations, and they think being able to get the funding to make the product they want to make will be their motivation. It will be like what the driving force behind
I think it's like, get as much done as you can before because I understand, like I'm in a lucky position where I have like somewhat of an expandable income to put towards that. So that's
right.
But people don't, so they need to make like a Kickstarter. But try to do as much as possible that you can do before that. Like over the summer, I made the whole like animatic myself.
You
like
boarded
roughly,
and made
the whole thing, and it's like I eventually got people to like clean it up, and make it more on model. But I was still able to do I was still able to put like most of it like the animatic together myself, before getting other people involved and like promising money to people to do stuff, So try to do as much as possible as you can. That also allows you to have time to like see what works and see what doesn't, and like so you're not like repaying people to do stuff that was already done.
Right. Spend as much time in pre-production as you possibly can. Don't spend a million years on it so you overfocus and overanalyze, but spend as much time making it as good of a product as it can be, until you're really ready. Because there were points where I was like, okay, this is turning into something where it might be getting a little out of hand. We should start writing, because my dad and I were writing this for a long time. So we were just like, okay, these ideas. That's the reason we went through so many rewrites, is because we wanted to make it the best it was going to get, because we're hiring we're asking these amazing voice actors, we're literally just asking these people for their time, but of course they give it to us because they love us, and I love them, and they've asked me for it, but I'm not going to waste Billy West's time or Tara Strong's time. Like, I want to make it the best thing that we can get it,
Something they're proud to be a part of.
Exactly.
Or that they would want to, yeah.
Yes, and something that you can be proud of yourself. Make what you want to see.
Yeah.
That is something really, really super important that I forgot to mention. You make the thing that you want to see. Because I want to see a show set in space that's a casino. Like, I want to see that. Like, I would love to see that on the air. Like, I want to watch a show about that.
Mark wants to see furries.
Yeah.
Smiles.
But, like, I'm sure that you want to see that show on the air, and that's why you made it.
Slice of life, yeah.
Exactly. So you're you are your target audience. Make things for you and your friends to laugh at, and then other people will like it too.
Yeah, audience. You
Yeah,
hear that?
you indie creator
you.
who we're talking about right now.
You there in the blue shirt.
Yeah, you.
What?
Sonny looks down.
I read your mind.
The
This
one
is an
time he was
ARG.
Bruce had the screen start like glitching out and like distorting like a
What? You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that one interview with Kanye. Do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
the glitch?
Yes.
You told me
They call it the
that.
motherfucking glitch. You say I look like the motherfucking glitch.
Like, Big crushes the shit out of it.
Bruce, put that on.
You know Wreck-It Ralph?
That girl. They called it
girl.
the glitch.
Look at me and tell me they don't look at me like the motherfucking glitch.
I forgot about that fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Put that video on screen.
Yeah, put that on there.
Oh.
Thanks so much for watching, guys, and thanks to Miranda for joining us on this
Thank you,
episode.
Miranda.
Thank you for having me on.
Tune in next episode. It'll be me
Well,
and Mark.
if you want to check out Miranda stuff, go on Instagram, on Twitter, and TikTok at Miranda Parkin. I don't know if that's on every single thing. Is that?
I mean,
Miranda Parkin art.
so Parkin Art is my Instagram. But yeah, if you just search Miranda Parkin, it'll come up.
Oh, it'll
That's
come
my,
up.
That's my.
Oh,
it'll come up.
And check out Comet
It'll come
Casino when it airs eventually.
God. But check out the promos that she has made on her Instagram.
Yeah.
And
that's
also,
all.
guys, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah,
and
come
subscribe.
on. You know what
Please.
to do.
It's free. It's
True.
free.
It's
It's literally
free.
free to do.
It's like honey. It's free money. And you get to check out the All-American Road Trip coming up.
Coming up soon.
Yeah.
3 weeks, baby.
Starting with Sandy Classic Sonic fan.
Smiles.
Smiles.